Welcome to another episode of the Fate Podcast, and I'm here with Fritz,
Yo.
Tori,
Yo.
and Ethan.
What's up?
How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. I walked a lot today.
You got those steps in again. You should have the smartwatch.
Walking's great. I ran into a lot of people.
Invest into a Fitbit, man.
Yeah.
All you do is walk.
There was this guy on a bicycle, and I've seen him twice. He's missing one tooth, and he's always like, "I like your shirt." And I'm like, "Thank you."
At least you're getting complimented, man.
For real.
And then I ran into a guy at work.
Good. That's good.
And he's
energy.
like, "Why you wear 3 beanies, man?"
No, seriously. Okay, you're walking. You still wearing 3 beanies.
Even
Bro, it's
if-
90 degrees outside.
They look cool, and I like them
It's
all.
aesthetic, okay? I will die for the aesthetic.
Hold on. So Ethan, you always wear 3 beanies.
Always.
I
bro.
always, unless like I'm at home, or maybe every millennium, I might not wear
job
them.
interview. I'm just.
You think I had?
Is there a philosophy behind it or something, or is just your style?
I love them all. Tori made the Papa Rapper one with the frog,
Nice.
and the Full Sail one was the black one. I got the Spider-Man one at Grad Bash, and I love Grad Bash so much. It was one of my best moments of my life.
So, like, all of them just kind of hold memories. And the reason why there's safety pins and, like, buttons holding the first 2 beanies together is because he kept losing them, like, the first 2 together all the time. So we
Yeah, it used to be 2
MacGyvered a way to keep
beanies.
them onto his head.
This isn't. I had to buy the black beanie multiple times because I'd just be going to Walmart and I'm riding my bike and I realize, oh, my beanie's gone. There was one time I gave it to the forest people back in your old
Forest
apartment.
people.
Yeah, so I lived really, really close to the forested area in my apartment complex. And I'm like, Ethan, don't go in there. And he's like, I am an offering to the forest people. And then he threw his beanies in there.
And I actually got it back. I got it back because I went back there and I just saw it in the spot. I was like, this was not here before.
I feel like all you have to do is like hold Ethan's beanies for hostage, and he'll tell you everything.
Oh, yeah, hold them for us.
That's not true. My beanies give birth to a different Ethan. It's a whole story.
Well, I mean, what version of Ethan are we on right now?
I think 43.
We're on 43rd Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan died watching a Serbian film.
The first
think
Ethan
there's
died
a
watching Serbian film.
mental disorder for that, isn't it?
You never know. Probably the 42nd Ethan had a mental disorder. I don't know.
There's an Ethan out there still alive. He has his own Oreo cult. There's one in Ethiopia. There's one named Keith. He's doing drugs and doing crime.
Keith is always out there.
What you're damn
You're
call
future me.
Yeah, I'm featuring
From a different time.
Okay, yeah.
And then Leon is.
Okay.
I ran into Leon. He's like, "You graduate before me." I graduated before my future.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, I was like, "Yo, Ethan, you're like a young me, bro." Because like I used to be you, but
weirdo.
No, I'm not you.
no, it's just like I experienced a lot of things that changed people. So yeah, so before we get on to the topic, I have a recommendation, and one of my recommendations is a television show called Young and Hungry. It's on Netflix. You ever heard of it? Young and Hungry.
I think I have.
It stars Emily Osment. For if you don't know who that is, she's the best friend of Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And she's grown up, and she's looked better to me than Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus now to me.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying. But anyway, the show, she's an aspiring cook. So, she's trying to get her cooking career started and stuff like that. But then she falls in love with like a rich guy and all that. It's drama, but it's really, really funny comedy.
okay. I think
it's better than Hannah Montana to me.
Well, I mean, anything's better than Hannah Montana. That's kid drama.
But still,
Excuse me?
That's true. That's true. But does anybody else have a recommendation?
I have a recommendation for a YouTuber. His name is Nakey Jakey. He posts videos on video games.
Yeah, I'm like, Nakey Jakey sounds quite questionable.
Look, there's nothing. He sits on a yoga ball behind a green screen, talks about video games, and he's really good. He likes beer. But sometimes his videos are very genuine. Like he talked about when he he was going through school, and then one of his friends was generous enough to give him Bioshock, and he talked about Bioshock. But the main lesson was just be generous and kind to people.
So does he play the games while he's talking?
He talks about different things about games like
So
UI.
is he a reviewer?
He used to do reviews for games, but he'll just talk about random topics in games. Like he'll talk about save points in games, or talk about how video game box art has changed, or how user interfaces for different things can change your UX or user experience.
True that.
All right, if you like our recommendations, check it out. Today we're gonna talk about 2 movies, Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2.
Oh yeah.
But at first we're gonna talk about Deadpool 1 because that started the whole franchise.
That started it all.
And actually, I'm gonna go with Fritz. Start with Fritz because actually Fritz saw both of the movies yesterday, so I want to know what Fritz thinks.
Yeah, fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. That's a Picasso to the Marvel realm. I just love them both. I think we needed that Deadpool to set it off for the future rated R superhero movies.
Yeah,
but I love both movies, but I like the first one better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I like the tone of the first one. I can agree with Fritz on that.
Yeah, the tone was like Deadpool 1.
Deadpool 1 had like the perfect setup. And like he hit every punchline, everything just worked. Especially how quirky it was, and all the fourth wall breaks were like at the perfect timing.
Perfect.
Everything about it just worked beautifully.
It was a huge. I just forgot the saying, but it was bombastic. It was fresh
bombastic. I like that word.
Yeah, breath of fresh air. Yeah,
it really is. Yeah, it's a love letter to how Deadpool is written.
Exactly, and I love how it's so authentic and like close to the comics as possible.
Yes,
with the breaking the fourth wall and like him actually doing all these silly things he does in the comic books and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. The actor did a great job.
Ryan
yeah,
Reynolds.
He captured Deadpool perfectly.
He was perfect for that role.
And
he actually campaigned.
He worked hard for that role. He worked hard to make this happen.
A couple years.
Well, I mean, after X-Men Origins, after that Deadpool, after that mess, of course he campaigned for a better Deadpool.
I watched like a scene before he had like his mouth shut. It's so awkward.
Hey, going back to X-Men Origins for a little bit, I didn't know he was Deadpool until like the very end, and I'm like, isn't he Deadpool?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't know.
I remember watching movie.
I love the Easter egg at Deadpool 2 with that particular Deadpool in X-Men Origins.
Yeah, let's save that for Deadpool 2.
Don't worry, I will.
Do you guys think Ryan Reynolds even had to try to be Deadpool? From the movies I watched.
I think so.
That's his character.
That's his character.
He's so like carefree and relaxed and just like does not give a crap about anything.
Yes.
I mean, look at his Twitter. He had a picture of his daughter being like, my daughter gave me a piece of artwork today. It's garbage. By the way, she's 4 years old.
That's before he made Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he is, man.
Yeah, that's, oh my god. I love him as an actor. Like in all the movies, you know, he's an A-list actor to me. And he just does incredible with every role he has.
Didn't he buy the rights to Deadpool?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did?
I think he did. Because after X-Men Origins, he was just like, this is not how Deadpool should be. He's the merc with the mouth. He should not be silenced. Mm-hmm. And so after that, he's been trying for years to see if a company would even take the idea of Deadpool and work with him to just make it better and make it what it is.
And Deadpool, you know, started off, you know, not everybody wanted to make a rated R movie because how successful Deadpool was.
Yeah, how is it a rated R movie about Deadpool? Back at the day, not a lot of people knew Deadpool like they do now. Yeah. Like, we don't know if this is going to work or not.
And not even that, it's just like, it's difficult to make a lot of money with rated R movies because not a lot of people.
It's not a big enough audience. That's what they're afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's why like most of the movies were like PG-13 because they're just like, we want to campaign it as a kind of family-friendly movie where you can take a lot of people to go to. Because I mean, even though the X-Men movies were violent, they weren't like gory, and like you never got to see like someone being dismembered on screen like you do in Deadpool.
You never seen any blood. That's the type of thing. Yeah.
So I'm like PG-13 were campaigned as more family-friendly like superhero films, but with Deadpool, they're like, there's no way we can make this PG-13. There's no way.
Look what happened when they tried.
Well, I mean, like, if you've ever watched any of the animated, like, Marvelverse and Deadpool happens to be in an episode, it's just, like, the awkwardest thing in the world. Like, he was in The Amazing Spider-Man at one point.
That's
his voice did not fit. He sounded like a teenager. I was like, what is this?
I think that was the whole point, though, because of just a young Spidey. But he's just like, I don't kill people, we undead them. I can't say the K word, all right? We unalive them.
Yeah. I feel like some characters you can't PG-13 them. You have to make them rated R and true to the comics.
Yeah, you can't censor them.
And Deadpool is one of them.
Mm-hmm. And Deadpool just made the gateway for other movies and other characters who, like, their comics may be PG-13 when they're in a group, but when they have their solo book comics, like such as Wolverine with Old Man Logan, there's just no way to like do the source material justice without taking away that age restriction and putting the rated R rating there.
Okay,
I agree.
Have y'all seen the animated fight scene they did before Deadpool came out? The one that was leaked.
Oh yeah,
and that was like pushed for the Deadpool movie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember seeing it, but I remember hearing about it.
I remember hearing about it. I never watched it.
Oh, that's when he was fighting on the bridge and he dropped down and he was fighting the people in the car.
Yeah.
That was basically an animated fight scene that promoted
that
movie.
that
scene.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Because that scene, I'm like, oh my God, they need to make this a movie.
Yeah.
That scene was beautiful, man. It really was.
That was one of the highlights of the first one.
Yeah.
And I love the opening credits in the first one. Like a CGI fight. This was produced by an asshole and things like that. Like,
I just reminded me of the one that did Deadpool 2. I'm losing my mind.
And I just love it when we go and see like Professor Xavier's house and he's like, why is there only 2 of you? Could we only get the rights to 2?
Like, the thing about Deadpool, like, it makes fun of everybody, even their own, Fox, their own studio, and it doesn't really care about who feelings, gonna get hurt because it made to be funny.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he makes fun of everybody. It's like there's no reason for you to be offended because everything gets poked fun at. Like like that.
I think Deadpool is I can't even call him a superhero.
He's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call him a superhero anyway because rules are meant to be broken. I think Deadpool's a superhero that everybody needed because he kills. Everybody, all superheroes have this code that they can't kill or they have to follow the rules. I think people are so attracted and they like Deadpool because he does the exact opposite with a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, he goes where the money's good. I mean, he's a mercenary by trade.
Exactly.
So,
did y'all like the character that Ryan Reynolds portrayed? Like what's his real Deadpool real name again?
Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson. Like the story behind that. Did you enjoyed it?
I actually really enjoyed his portrayal of Wade. Because Wade, of course, was just really silly and just kind of a guy who's like, I don't really give a fuck because I kill people for a living.
Yeah.
And then when he met his girlfriend, that's when kind of everything changed. But not changed per se, but
I feel like something was important for him, so he kind of felt like
he had more of a drive to do things.
Yeah. I agree. And like what scenes? What was your like favorite scenes in Deadpool 1 that y'all enjoy?
Superhero landing. Let's go.
Superhero
landing. Yes.
So impractical. I love the superhero landing scene. I kind of like the scene where he's like,
wasn't that in 2?
No, that was in 1 when they went to the
because he's like superhero landing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I also like the scene where he's like, Ajax, your name is Francis.
I think there's one scene like with Colossus. I think he's fighting like one of the bad ladies. I don't remember her name. But I think like she has like a uniform malfunction. She's like, oh geez, like I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like where her boob is just hanging out, and he's like, I don't want to see that.
She's like, thank you.
You're so sweet.
And still punches him in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of 2.
Oh god. And then with Negasonic, and he's just like, God, your name.
That's a long name. Oh my god, he's incredible.
It is a long ass name. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. It's a mouthful.
How you like the side characters? Because they, Colossus and Megasonic Warhead, they didn't do a lot, but they did enough.
Yeah,
I feel like they didn't really have to do a lot. This their tone and their type of character that they showed.
They are a different kind of relief because since the whole movie is supposed to be ridiculous and funny, they did kind of provide a nice serious tone at times when things needed to kind of be like, okay, let's take it back down a little bit, and then Wade immediately just brings it up to a 10.
Yeah, like they kind of balance it out.
Yeah,
not in a bad way either. They're not like super serious.
Yeah, and it's a good mix between adult and teenager. Kind of reflects off, in a sense, Deadpool's personality. He's an adult, but he acts like a teenager. His sense of humor is a teenager. Yeah.
Because Wade he's a child.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. He's a child in an adult body.
Yeah, there you go.
That montage when he going after Ajax and like he's just killing everybody in his white suit and he was just start scrubbing it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Lemon juice and salt.
Yeah.
Just wear red.
Who's the lady's name he's staying with?
Oh, I can't remember.
Vanessa?
No, the old lady. The blind lady.
The blind lady. Did they give her a name?
They did, but I don't know.
Remember her
So
name.
we're just gonna call her the blind lady.
I loved her.
I look her up.
She was funny as hell. Especially like when he went back to like after he got his hands blown off and he's like touching her face with his baby hands.
So weird.
But I think he's, of course they portray him reckless because he can't die. So anything he does, he does it carelessly.
Well, and he's also like, in a way, just giving a finger to his disease because he has freaking cancer.
Oh, no, that's true.
Her name's Blind Al.
Blind Al.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, Wade, he is sick, he is dying, but his body is made in such a way where he will never die. And like he's tried to kill himself multiple times throughout the entire comic series. And I kind of like what they did in Deadpool 2, but we're not going to talk about that yet. But Wade was somebody who never really cared about life until he had someone important in his life.
Yeah.
How about we focus more on Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, than the villain because like the villain in Deadpool 1 wasn't all that to me.
Oh no, Ajax?
Yeah, Ajax was like a typical Marvel villain that
But I think that was the point.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be Francis, the scariest man alive. He's like, your name is Ajax. That's a freaking brand of soap. How terrifying. But he's supposed to be this very stereotypical villain because Wade's like, you were supposed to cure my cancer, and instead you made me look like an avocado and a testicle got fried together. Hell no. So he was just like, I'm going to take this back, and, that's just kind of how it was.
It was kind of like a deconstruction of just what the usual superhero film was, and just like, you see this, we're just going to kick it and just mess with it and just turn upside down. Mess with your expectations. Yeah. That's why, like, at the end, when he's like, Colossus is like, look, you don't have to kill him, right? Be a hero. Be
a hero. Walk away.
And
I
think that would make the movie better because if they wouldn't have killed them, it would have been Deadpool.
Or Deadpool 2, I'm back. That kind of would have been a funny joke. Kind of like, you see?
He's like, you see what I mean? If I hadn't killed him right there, he wouldn't be in this movie.
Yeah.
And like the bromance with Wolverine. I wish Wolverine and Deadpool would make a movie together. I wish
that'd be cool.
Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my own movie? I'll tell you, his name rhymes with Pulverine. He's got to pass smooth criminals down under.
and with the jokes in this movie, I think like 90% of the jokes hit. Like I was laughing throughout the whole movie.
Oh yeah, like there was never a dull like time to really catch your breath. You were always laughing throughout Deadpool 1.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of memorable lines.
Yeah.
Or like when Deadpool spelled out Francis in
With
the dead body.
Yeah.
Or like when he ran into the henchman, he's like, "Oh, hey man, do you remember me? Your wife's casserole was great." You know?
And then like when Colossal came and then the guy just fell off the building, he was like he was there when I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
man.
Deadpool was great, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of anything like really bad to say about it. I mean, I watched the movie like 3 times, and for what it is great.
It's great.
Yeah, like it hits you in every way that Deadpool should hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
in your face.
and I'm sure like the honest trailer or like Cinema Sins gonna
Deconstructed.
yeah
pretty well.
deconstruct it, but who cares? Like every movie's like that. So
Not everything has to be smart and sophisticated. It's okay to be stupid.
I'm
just
going
have
to
fun.
steal a line from Cinema Sins. No movie is without sin, so everything has
Yeah.
its problem, but it's
exactly, it's fine. But Deadpool as a rated R movie was great.
fine. Oh yeah.
I don't care. I'll show it to my kids.
Do you guys think it would have?
Yeah, like I mean, really?
Oh, but let's talk about how this movie was advertised during freaking, Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
And how it was made to look like a beautiful romantic comedy. When in reality, you were going to watch something violent and stupid.
Hey, Deadpool's a family film. All right.
No, that's the second one.
I feel. Oh yeah, you're right.
No, the first one was a
romantic.
Valentine.
Yeah, it's a romantic film.
The first one was
he's looking
a
for
romance
love.
film.
He's
Yeah.
looking for love, trying to get his girl back. You feel me?
Do you guys think it would have been as successful if it was PG-13?
No.
No,
Probably not.
No,
No.
Like,
they
what?
held back on Deadpool once. They can't do that again.
Yeah.
Like the jokes, I mean, I don't. You don't have to cuss all the time, but I mean, it works with like certain jokes and stuff like that.
I don't think he over cursed.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
cursed just the right amount for like the effect of it.
Yeah, that exactly.
It's not like he's dropping the F bomb like every 2 words.
Yeah. He's very witty.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't need, and his sarcasm
clever.
was, very.
and the action scenes was great. And when he's killed those 5 people with 1 bullet, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a good balance.
Yeah,
It really was.
like it needed to be rated R and keep it rated R.
Yeah.
So because when Disney bought Fox, so hopefully they'll keep it rated R.
Do you guys
Yeah.
think it'll change because Disney bought it?
I don't
Like
think so.
all the rest of the Marvel movies, do you guys think there's going to be a different element to it?
No, I feel like it's the same thing with Sony Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
They were all independent on their own, but when Disney and Sony struck that deal, we got the perfect blend of what Spider-Man should be.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking that, they'll leave Deadpool alone. Same thing with like the X-Men. They'll leave it alone.
Well, I think with the X-Men, they're gonna.
I mean, they're going to try to reboot it. And
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get a finally freaking Fantastic Four movie that doesn't suck.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully.
Fox is really doing their thing right now with Deadpool, Logan,
Yeah.
Venom, rated R. That's coming out. That's look okay.
I have no idea how to feel about that.
I'm still on the fence about Venom. Like, I know a lot about him, but if we want to go with more interesting symbiotes, Carnage is the more interesting one, or Toxin, because we don't hardly ever talk
It'd be
about
crazy
Toxin.
if they went like an uncensored version for Carnage. That would be
Oh,
insane.
man.
Like even with Venom, I feel like the whole anti-hero thing they're trying to do, it's like it doesn't like Venom
Everybody
psychological horror to the max. Go for that. Like I want to come out that movie terrified,
Yeah.
like she's like squirming because like a parasite. I want to feel the squirm, like I'm being
Right, like-
infected.
Like, I want to be able to like look into the corners of my room at night to just like make sure that I'm safe.
Yeah, like I want to come out that movie feel like something was like like squirming inside of me or something.
But I think they're gonna do that with the New Mutants, though.
Yeah.
Because New Mutants is good in like a psychological horror.
I don't know. Like, Spider-Man has interesting villains, but we're not here to talk about Spider-Man. We're here to talk about Deadpool.
I wish we could, but because that new movie. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I mean that's Deadpool 1. Great.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there
it.
anything else about Deadpool?
That's it.
I can't think of anything
Me
else
either,
to
bro.
say.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Deadpool 2 now. Deadpool 2. Who want to go first?
It was pretty good. I actually like the second one more than the first one.
I agree.
I didn't care for the tone as much. I mean, I get it. It's a family-friendly film, and every family-friendly film starts with murder. But I don't know. I feel like some of the jokes just didn't hit me as hard as in Deadpool 1.
I agree too. Like there were some jokes that missed here and there, but I don't know. I feel like there was just some elements that I like. The guy from Hunt for the Wilder People. I liked him. He was pretty funny. The Colossus and Deadpool, that was hilarious.
More funny.
I like the Juggernaut fight.
Oh yeah, Juggernaut was a cool surprise too.
I like
Yukio is just adorable.
yeah. I like Deadpool's death.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
It was
He took a long time to die.
Yeah, I know. It was funny in the beginning, but I'm like, okay, seriously, when you gonna die?
Yeah, because you're not the only one who felt that. I talked to some of my friends and they're like, that was the worst joke.
But if
No,
you guys,
it wasn't that.
yeah,
No,
but
I
if,
wouldn't say it's.
I don't agree with it, but I was like,
it's not the worst.
yeah.
but if we look at the comics, he never dies.
Well, he comes close to death
Close.
because he tries to kill himself a lot.
And it
Because
doesn't
at
hap-
one
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. Because I mean, he tries to see.
It was
death
more
so
sad.
often.
It was
Yeah.
funny, sad.
I feel like with the jokes, they triple the jokes on this movie than they did the
So
first.
that I guess that would make sense if
Yeah,
all of them would hit.
Because every couple of lines was a joke.
I like the jokes. When he
No,
was
it was.
he was
Like
like,
the jokes
Russell,
were good.
Russell, why are you doing this? Why are you dressed like the Unabomber? That was funny.
And to me-
Russell, stop rummaging in your prison wallet. I can get the hepatitis.
all right, with some jokes was predictable, especially when he met Cable, I'm like, he's gonna call him Winter Soldier, and he did. I'm like, see, predictable.
Or what's up, Thanos?
Yeah.
Like Thanos.
When he called Yukio Pinkie Pie. I'm just surprised anyone would date you, let
And-
alone Pinkie Pie.
And another joke that hit me when he was at the bar, being depressed that Vanessa died.
Oh, when he peed in the stool.
Not even that, when the big fella,
Oh yeah.
was saying something, he was like, geez, we're not gonna give you any more lines. That was funny to me. That was hilarious.
That one was good.
I liked when Cable, when he said he only has one fuel to transport him back into the future, and then Deadpool looks at us and he said, well, that's just lazy writing.
Yeah, he said that a few times. The
The
jokes,
fourth wall breaks in this one were really good.
yeah, they were way
Yeah.
better than the first one. I
I
can give
agree
you
with that.
But with the storyline, the plot, you think this is better or the first one's better?
I like
It's smaller in scale.
It is smaller in scale.
yeah.
And if we're talking story wise, the first one was a lot better because it's the origin story.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But like, there's a lot more good value, like good things to get from this one too.
I know it's going to sound strange, but I feel like Deadpool 2 kind of had a moral.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Yes. Yes.
It had a quote unquote moral in the story compared to the first one. Because, he's like, what do I need to do so I can die and live my life with Vanessa?
Mhm.
Yeah. I completely agree.
But the first one, you can argue it has a moral. What would you do for love? Type of thing.
Yeah.
But then also the second one's like, you gotta live for your family as well. You can't just. There's people who need you out there.
I mean, and as he is marketing, like his marketing strategies, like, yes, the first one is romance, the second one is a family film. He's like,
Third one's Christmas.
Halloween.
the third one is just alien invasion. It's fine.
How did you guys
Aliens
feel
and
about?
cowboys.
How did you guys feel about Cable?
Pretty cool dude.
He's a better.
I like their interactions actually.
Yeah.
I felt with Cable, it gave me a little a Terminator. He
A
gave
Terminator
me
vibe.
Terminator vibe and a Punisher vibe.
Oh, okay. I can
That's
see
kind
that.
of like how Cable is written, though. Cable is written as someone who wants revenge,
Yeah.
like the Punisher, but he's also a cyborg, like Terminator.
He comes from the future, Terminator,
Yeah.
He wants to kill. He wants to kill Jon Stewart or Russell. Like, you know, all these
Yeah,
guns.
He came with a mission.
Yeah, with the eye too, and I'm like, all right, where's the motorcycle and the shotgun?
No,
That was all they were missing.
Yeah,
He had like a cool, like his weapons, like they look kind of homemade, which made them awesome.
yeah.
I feel like Cable was kind of like a self-made like hero in his eyes,
Yeah.
which is why everything that he did kind of felt like a homemade future feel.
Yeah.
how you feel about the Deadpool and Cable fight? Because you know every superhero, you know when another superhero comes, they all have to fight each other for some reason.
There was actually a reference to X-Men Origins when Deadpool sliced that bullet in half because he did the same type of slash.
That scene when he sliced the bullet in half and he was doing that.
But it didn't work because the bullet.
My favorite is he's like, do they still listen to dubstep in the future? And Cable's just like, dubstep's for pussies. And he's like, well, I like it. And they play dubstep.
They played Skrillex.
And they played dubstep in the background anytime that those two were fighting each other or anytime they had interactions together.
I
really?
love the hug scene, pelvis to pelvis.
Oh. And then he just like went to go touch the button. He's like, no, no wandering hands here.
I love that when Colossus comes back, like the music plays and he just grabs him.
Oh man.
How you feel about Vanessa being killed in the beginning?
I was mad about how they did that.
Yeah.
You think that was bad writing?
I mean, I kind of like, I was like, wow.
I just felt like it was a cop out.
yeah.
It was.
It was random.
And you know what's funny? You know,
Random is the best way.
You know when they were showing the little clips about like, oh, who did this? What writer did this? That was the funny part of after Vanessa died and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're like, who did this? Who told you to kill her? Somebody who obviously doesn't like to share screen time.
Exactly. Like, that was hilarious. Like the way they killed Vanessa and the way like the humor
That the writing came and interplayed in it.
It was great. But yeah, I didn't like the way I thought she would have been more of an impact in this movie. I didn't know they were going to kill her off like that.
Right? Like we didn't even have time to feel like sympathy or like bad for the fact that she died. It was just like insta death because she got shot in the face and he just didn't kill that guy fast enough.
Yeah.
And is like Deadpool like super fast, could dodge bullets or something? Because he actually like saw the bullet going to her or something like that.
I think it's just for dramatic effect. Like, oh no.
It was some Matrix ass bullshit.
I'm like, you can't see bullets. It's like he was like following that bullet.
He's just like, no.
That's probably one of the cinema sins in that movie.
Yeah. Probably.
But how do you feel about Russell? Because I feel like he was kind of the same character, a little bit from Hunt for the Wilder People, just maybe a lighter tone.
I've never seen Hunt for the Wilder People, so I can't confirm or deny.
He was kind of, when he was in Hunt for the Wilder People, he was kind of like Russell, but like way light and more naive. Russell was a lot more of like a jerk.
Yeah, I mean he was in the Wilderness People, whatever. He was kind of a jerk in the beginning though.
Yeah, but then like near the middle, he kind of like early on, he kind of lightened up. Well, because he spent time with the family. But like a lot of people, they did not like Russell. Well, not a lot of people. Two of my friends, they didn't like Russell.
A lot of people is too in Ethan's book. But I can see why they didn't really care for Russell because like he didn't have a very strong story thread in this. Until like the end where he was like gonna kill that dude and he's like, say what you say to me, and he's just like, those who are hurt, those who are bad will be blessed by my hands or something like that. Or will be healed by my hands. That's when like Russell kind of like kicked into gear in his storyline because Deadpool was just being kind of selfish in the beginning, and he's just like, what do you mean I have to be there for this kid? Like, and he keeps talking to Vanessa and he's like, what the heck do I have to do? This kid means nothing to me. Yeah. Why do I have to be there for him?
Yeah, how you feel about him keep on going to that place where Vanessa is? Like close to death. I
think him standing at the near death plane, like that's what I'm going to call it. It didn't feel forced and it didn't feel too overused. It felt like whenever he really needed to go talk to her, that's when he would go to that plane. and I feel like it transitioned well. I don't think I was annoyed by it. Did I think the film really needed it? I don't think so, but I was not annoyed by the fact that he would go and see her.
How do you guys think they're gonna keep Deadpool alive?
Like for a third movie?
Yeah, for a third movie.
I don't know. They like
Because like for this one, it's like how can Deadpool solve the problem without killing the main villain?
Yeah.
So like what can they do for the third one?
he joined the X-Men, bro. That's it, bro. But
Well, I mean, they're talking about doing X-Force at this point.
isn't he the leader?
Yeah, he's the
Didn't
leader of the
X-Force die?
No,
Did you see the Easter eggs?
That's a false X-Force. That wasn't the real F-Force. Except Domino. She's a
Yeah, Domino.
Nothing's
Domino
gonna
did her
happen to
thing.
you, Sugar Bear.
Domino did her thing.
Domino was amazing in this movie.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved her. And when she was like, Lady Luck, take the wheel, as she was just like letting the bus drive itself.
Yeah.
I a certain white-haired kid who wears green jackets.
So, like, all right, with Disney getting involved, the fact that we have so much issues with guns in America, I'm surprised Deadpool didn't get so much flack for all the guns like Punisher did.
They're gonna make a Christmas movie in the third one, and Mickey Mouse is gonna have a gun.
Yeah,
Like,
so do you
Punisher
guys?
got
Punisher got crucified. Yeah, a lot of backlash for the guns.
I've never watched Punisher. I've
Same.
never even watched the movies or the new Marvel TV show.
I watched
you
the movie.
should.
I found out I watched the movie in the bus a long time ago. Like, oh, that was the Punisher.
I
You're
think,
like, that's what that was?
Do you
That
guys-
was
do you-
crap.
Do you guys think Disney's gonna tone Deadpool down with the guns?
I don't think so.
I think
shouldn't.
I think people are okay when it comes to certain things like Punisher, like but then when Deadpool, they'll kind of turn a blind eye to it. Sometimes.
I think they kind of turn a blind eye to it because Deadpool is funny, Punisher
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah,
Like,
Punisher is a lot more serious.
exactly.
Yeah.
With Deadpool,
So it kind of feels more real.
yeah,
I don't like the selectiveness.
I don't like
it
the
either.
selectiveness either when it comes to that kind of censorship. I'm like, a hero or anti-hero or mercenary is written as they are written. Do not change
It's fiction.
who
exactly.
they are
Like
Yeah.
just because of like how people view him. But again, I don't know much about the Punisher. He was just not someone I cared too much to know.
You should definitely.
I just know his
check
family
out.
died and he wanted revenge.
I'm like,
yeah.
that's all I know. Is
The
that he
thing
wanted
about
revenge.
the Disney and Fox deal, like that, they bought it, but it's not going to be completed for like another year. So Fox going to keep on putting movie out.
Yeah, they're still
until
going to be
it's
pumping out their
yeah.
serious movies.
until like officially Disney bought Fox. You know, all the contracts and all the other stuff
But,
had to be
you
worked
know,
out.
Yeah.
Disney does have movies that they do under a different name.
Yeah.
Because Touchstone is Disney. Touchstone did darker films.
Mm.
Technically, Disney owns the rights to The Crow because they bought Miramax at one point. So technically, The Crow is a Disney film.
Yeah, no, they got their hands on other projects and stuff like that.
So like they can just slap that name onto whatever dark film they're going to do because, you know, Disney likes to branch out.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then Fox Films, I don't even know like how they brand their stuff, because like Disney, you know, for kids and stuff like that, but with Fox, it's for 18 or older or something like that.
yeah, Fox is for a much more like adult audience.
Okay.
Yeah, like young adult to adult audience.
And in Deadpool 2, you know, Dopender got a more of a role in this movie. The taxi driver.
God.
How I feel about that.
It was kind of ridiculous, just like how hard he was trying to become a mercenary, and then how Deadpool was just like giving out jobs to randos, and he's like, "You gotta be kidding me! You got to be kidding me!" Especially like when they gave the freaking job to Peter, who's just like, "I came because I thought the ad looked fun."
What's your powers you have? Diabetes?
Type 1 and type 2 diabetes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Or like when he was putting freaking like sunscreen on his face in the freaking plane.
When you told me he was like a detective in the comics, like what?
Yeah, he was a
What?
detective in the comics
Yeah.
originally.
What was surprising for me in this movie was like when Deadpool assembled the X Force and they all died. I didn't know they all was gonna die. I thought they all gonna
I
be
didn't
useful.
know either.
I really wanted to see Terry Crews in action.
Exactly. I was just like, so y'all all got a role just to die. Yeah.
I loved all the cameos, especially the Vanisher.
Oh yeah, Brad Pitt. If you blinked, you would have missed him. Like that's. I read he was there for like 7 minutes for that scene.
Cool, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. He was the Vanisher. You remember?
He died from the electric phone lines.
First blinked. He ain't seen
You see, I got some jokes. I'm not good with Easter eggs. I'm not good with none of that stuff.
All right,
I mean, the after credit scenes were my favorite part of Deadpool 2. I'm fixing the timeline.
But first, when the Vanisher landed in the electrical poles and stuff, and you saw a face. That face with Brad Pitt.
What? I gotta go back.
Yeah, I read the article. He was there for 7 minutes, and his payment was a cup of coffee. That's it.
That's all.
For that scene.
Hey man, that's all you need. 7 minutes. Here's a cup of coffee.
Man.
But when I saw Terry Crews, I love Terry Crews. I thought he would have more of a role. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see Terry Crews in the superpower movie,
right?
Like a superhero movie, and then he just died. Now I'm like, okay, superpower movies is not for you. Superhero movies, you stick to comedy.
We need
Sugar Bear. Just leave. Just walk away.
We need Steve Harvey in the next film. I love Steve Harvey so much.
Oh, another cameo I enjoyed was where he was in the wheelchair. And then, like, the X-Men just closed the door and whatnot. That was hilarious.
That was so funny when he was in Professor X's chair. Did any of you guys catch the really, really subtle Stan Lee cameo in this film?
Was it like on a billboard?
No, I didn't see
strip club.
No, it was graffiti on the side of the wall when they were jumping out of the planes for X-Force.
Yeah, I saw. I thought it was a billboard.
It was a huge thing of graffiti that had Stan Lee's face on it.
Oh, because I'm like, where's Stan Lee in this movie? I was looking for him. I'm like, usually they bring him.
Well, he doesn't do normally the R-rated films.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he doesn't like doing them.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't mind if you like put little nods to him. So that's how he showed up in Deadpool, is that he was a giant thing of tagged graffiti on the side of a wall.
Was he in Infinity War? Like as a bus driver?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're like, you haven't seen a spaceship before?
God, Excalibur,
Excelsior.
not Excalibur.
Before we talk about the 5 end credit scenes, do you have anything about the movie y'all want to talk about? Anything else that I enjoy, I hate, I dislike?
Your friends when you kill pedophiles.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
No. I have something. How you feel about the surprise with Juggernaut being the main villain?
That surprised me. I was like, oh, Juggernaut. Okay.
Did they overuse them, underuse them?
I think they underuse them. I would love to see a Juggernaut movie.
I don't think they used him enough.
Yeah.
He was a different take on what I was expecting Juggernaut to be. Because I'm like, what I've seen of Juggernaut, that's not how he acts, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip you in half now.
And then I'm just gonna kill
Deadpool
you
thing, 2 CGI characters fighting.
He's like, y'all are finally gonna get what you wanted.
I saw a behind the scenes video on how they do the CGI for Colossus.
Yeah.
They have to drive by like a metallic thing just to get the reflection of light right.
Wow.
So it's very complicated.
I would imagine they would have to rotoscope that.
I was kind of upset that they continue using Colossus as a CGI character. Like, they should have made him actually like a person, and then he transformed into steel or something.
Well, Colossus in the comic always was steel. He
never turned back to human?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why they stayed, like, that's why he was the way he was.
Okay. Makes sense.
Only, like, when he goes to, like, the mutant, like, camps where they, like, take away their powers and stuff is, like, when he's human. For the most part, if I remember correctly.
All right, bro. Let's talk about the end credit scenes.
Those were my favorite parts.
So, as we all know, Deadpool went back in time and changed a couple things. And I believe the first one was when he saved Vanessa.
Yeah, the first one he saved Vanessa.
So is she gonna be back?
Yeah, and that's the thing. My question is,
She's probably not.
Is she's gonna be back? Like, was that for real? For real?
Well, he
I
killed-
think so because he fixed the timelines, and because he wants kids, you know, and if theory is to be correct, Vanessa is going to change into another hero or anti-hero in the Deadpool series.
Oh, that could be cool.
Oh,
for a
that
third
could be
movie.
awesome. A female superhero.
Ant and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that. But yeah, I love Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, the Marvel hero, the movie that like went completely under the radar. that people forgot about.
Guys! Infinity Wars, it's done. Thanos is over. Ant-Man just has to go inside of Thanos' asshole and just Victor. You foolish kid! Thanos is thick.
But he will like crush, squeeze his butt cheeks and like crush.
Thanos
Ant-Man.
is thick. We will kill him.
Here's the thing: Ant-Man will just go at him.
That's too funny, bro.
You think I can stop these thickness?
Yeah, that thick raisin.
Oh man.
What was the second end credit scene? Was it? Was it green?
He saved some of the X-Force.
He only saved Peter.
Peter.
He didn't save the rest. He only saved Peter.
Yeah.
For some
Yeah,
reason.
he's like, walk away, sugar bear. Nothing's gonna happen to you.
That was a good scene.
Star Crusher just needed to die. He was
Yeah,
bad
he was
anyway.
he was a jerk.
He was a jerk. But
I think the third one was Green Lantern.
oh yeah, when he killed himself.
Actually, no.
No.
The third one was X-Men Origins.
Oh yeah, where he killed that Deadpool.
Yeah, when he killed that Deadpool, and then like you see kind of like
and then you see the Wolverine cameo.
yeah, the Wolverine cameo,
and then he's like, "What are you doing here?" Oh wait, no, when he saved himself also with Cable, because
Oh yeah.
he did something different in that scene with Cable.
What in the end credit scene?
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
He did.
I thought he did. I thought he did something
There were
different.
5. Hold on.
We gotta look this up real fast.
Yeah. But that I don't think many. Fritz, you watched X-Men Origins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because not a lot of people watch X-Men Origins, so like when they saw that scene, they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
The
that
movie was garbage. Garbage film.
I remember
Yeah, I
watching
didn't
it.
really like
Like
it.
I stayed up super late.
I mean,
Wasn't was asleep.
It was important to the X-Men timeline, but it was a garbage film. And then when he came back and killed Ryan Reynolds from accepting the role of Green Lantern, that killed me.
Ah man.
Wait, who made? Oh, Warner Brothers made
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my! He made a great Green Lantern. It says the screenplay was horrible.
Yeah, I'm like, the writing was bad.
Really bad.
He did a solid job acting as Hal
Yeah.
Jordan.
Wasn't the villain a brown cloud?
It was a yellow cloud of fear. Yeah, I'm like, you're fighting a giant fart, my man.
Oh, like they did with Fantastic Four when that what was the enemy? That 8 planets was a huge cloud.
Yeah, I can't remember. You mean Fantastic
Galactus?
Four stick?
Let's see here.
Oh man.
I think that's it, right? That was all the end credit scenes.
I might have been thinking of something else. Maybe when Cable saved him, that's what I
Let's
might have been
see.
thinking of.
Let's see.
You guys remember the scene when the taxi driver was like, "I love killing people."
Oh yeah, and when
love
I
the-
kidnapped that kid and held him for ransom.
My thing is the way he
I was kind of thinking like, wait, what if Cable was wrong and then that was the guy who killed his family? But that's
Yeah,
not happening.
Dupinder became a psycho murderer
That'd be hilarious.
in the future.
I don't know why they made Dopinder kill the dude that run the orphanage for.
Oh,
But-
like when they ran him over?
Yeah, he ran him over with the car. I'm like, you're not upset about that? Like, I don't know.
I mean, it was funny. It was like, oh, he killed him.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of all deaths in that movie, when they killed like the leader of the orphanage or whatever, that was the most random death. Like, and how they killed him was the most random.
And like, he deserved it. Do you want to give him like a dramatic death or something? He's a piece of trash.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's the garbage person of the day.
Yeah.
So give him a garbage death.
Give him a garbage death, a throwaway death.
You laugh at
That's
it.
true. That's true. What do you think X-Men? Well, I think we talked about this before, but what do you think Deadpool 3 gonna be about?
Christmas movie.
Christmas film. Gonna be heartwarming with his children by the fire.
I can see that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they might bring in the rest of the Deadpool family because there's more of them.
Yeah.
Like Lady Deadpool.
That'd be interesting just for a third movie.
Yeah. Just to bring in like the other Deadpools in the family and the franchise.
Yeah.
Gwenpool, just pulling all the different taglines.
I thought there was 3, but no, there's 4 end credit scenes. Okay. And
Yeah.
the last one was the welcome. You're welcome, Canada. With
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome, Canada. I just also love it how Ryan Reynolds, he is Canadian,
yeah.
and the way that you hear him speak isn't actually how he naturally should sound. But he was so afraid about having a Canadian accent that he went to a voice coach and trained himself to talk the way he does now because he did not want to sound Canadian.
Really?
Wow.
So can you switch back and forth to Canadian?
I don't know if he can, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really just switch accents like that.
Well, I mean, anyone can do it. Like,
Yeah.
British voice actor, like
That's true.
British
Yeah,
actors when they have to
yeah.
go and learn how to speak in an American accent. It's very interesting hearing
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is adorable, no matter what voice he
Yeah,
uses.
Tom Holland.
Benedict
Rick-
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Rick from
Yep.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler, but sometimes it slips out. his like his Irish accent just slips out.
Same thing with Rick. It's too funny.
Yeah.
It is really funny.
Carl.
But that's it.
Russell Crowe.
Walking Dead's so great. But anything else about the movie I wanted to discuss?
I
Nah.
really can't think of anything
Yeah,
else.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, I think we did a good job.
Really good movies. They both made.
Spider-Man was in the movie, so I have to give it a 0 out of 10.
Let me give you guys the numbers of how
Right.
much.
Deadpool now can't have a boyfriend. I'm angry. Flip a table.
Oh, Yukino was pretty cool.
Oh, Yukio is adorable.
Yeah, Yukio.
I wanted to see more of her.
Is she a superhero?
Yeah, she has powers. I just don't know.
I'm
her
not gonna
powers.
lie. The way she did that whip thing was incredible. I
Yeah,
loved
that
it.
was cool.
Even
I
though
have a
that was
gif of
only
that.
for like a couple seconds, it was incredible.
I wanted to see more of her. Like, if she's in Deadpool 3 and he's just like, "Hi, Yukio," and she's like, "Hi, Wade."
What if she said? What if in the third one she says no? That's the whole movie. I have to get Yukio to like me again.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Didn't this movie outsell the Infinity War?
No. Deadpool 2?
That's what I heard from. It was trending on Twitter.
That's clickbait. That they're lying to you.
Clickbait.
Well, it made more. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Oh, probably not even that. Oh, I can look it up. Well, Deadpool 1 domestically, it made $363 million. Internationally, it made $420 million. So worldwide, it made $783 million
It
Can I
made
have
a
that,
lot
please?
of money.
on a
me pay for my college tuition.
$58 million budget.
Whew. Yeah, they made like way more back after that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
It was worth the risk.
No, it was like
High
well,
risk, high reward.
Hell yeah. And now everybody gonna invest in rated R movies now. Well, if it's good. So no, it domestically it didn't be Infinity Wars. I'm sorry,
Alright.
but it made worldwide, and it's still in the movie theaters. It made $613 million worldwide right now. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna beat Deadpool 1. So
Oh yeah,
definitely.
no doubt about it. And especially with people going to like repeat showings. Like if I could have afforded it, I would have gone again just to watch it again.
Some guy watched Infinity War 42 times and counting.
42 times.
You could see his whole process on Twitch.
Oh my god,
Is that thing? It's about
that's
You said 42 times?
42
Yeah.
times and counting.
that,
Wow.
that's a sickness, dude.
bro.
You gotta stop.
He probably gonna get the Blu-ray, the digital, the
I mean,
everything, the toys.
my sister and I are we have the fancy Phase 1 Avengers one, and it comes in a briefcase, and it has the Tesseract in the middle, and it has like the case files, and it has every movie for the Avengers Phase 1.
Oh, they have that. And say how much did it cost you? Probably like 100 or something.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. It was fancy though, and it's nice.
All right, cool.
That's how they get you.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's about it. Deadpool 1 and 2. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Fate Podcast.
Pasta.
With a fake pasta, y'all. Let me teach you to make
Fate
spaghetti.
Podcast. We post every day, and we post content every week on SoundCloud. Anything you listen to podcast on. And peace.
Adios.
See you later.
Bye. Bayonetta.